WA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Shutterguard.com.au, Perth's best roller shutters for over 30 years. Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes. And CD Dodd, scrap metal recyclers.
The Sharks and the Flyers Blue may be on opposite ends of the ladder, but it still carries a little more significance than first thought, with the Sharks having a good competitive stretch and the Flyers Blue continuing on their winning ways. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena on our Front Row Screens Facebook page, on the PPL Facebook page and on our YouTube page as well for the second game of round 12. And this one promises to be a real beauty. The Flyers Blue with a record of 5 wins, 1 loss and 2 draws, and are a win clear on top of the ladder. They are up against the Sharks, who, despite having a win-loss record of 1-7, including a draw and only 3 points from their first 8 games, they have been very competitive. Dare I say it, a little more competitive at this stage than last year, even though they have 1 win on the board. But also, a big blow for the Sharks. They'll have to contend with Riley Langell. He is not playing in the side. He was in one of the curtain raiser games a little earlier and is sitting out this game. So a bit of a blow for the Perth Sharks heading into this contest, because Riley Langell has got speed and he's one of the quickest players in attack for the Perth Sharks. How will they cover that? That will be the big question. They've got players like Williams, Atkins, maybe and Zoo that can cover for him, but not as quick, if you want me to put a fair assessment on that. The Flyers Blue, in the meantime, will be going in unchanged as well. They have also got Bryce Chapman in their side, Bruce Ross, Zach Musarella, Mark Mukidja, who has been one of the best attackers in the competition, Jordan Kairos, who is back in form after a lean stretch, scoring himself another big bag of goals in the last 2 games, Andrew Cox, the Maybe Boys, Ben Bro, Sam Wilson, and of course Brett Jolly for the Flyers Blue lineup. The reigning champions, the Sharks, you see there, they're led by Jaden Santana, Ben Lellick, who's one of their main alternates, as well as Brock Williams, Reece Pelliccioni and Dylan Dewar, the 2 respective goalkeepers. Who will be taking to the net tonight? We shall have to wait and see. And of course, you've got Sean McLean in the red, the distinctive red helmet, Matthew Valancourt, Yannick Lodge and Jake Ruck, who combined well to give the Sharks their first win of the season against the Flyers Orange just 2 weeks ago here at the Perth Ice Arena. The big key to victory for the Flyers Blue, get off to that ruthless start that often breaks the game away, out of reach for their opponents. If they can get at least 3 or 4 goals in the opening period, it would see out the match right there and then. If the Sharks are to win, simple. They have to stop Jordan Kairos. He's been in a big patch in the last couple of weeks. He's scored bags of 2, 3 and 4 goals in the last month and a half. And he is a really quick scoring player. He's ruthless, who can hit the slot quickly. So if I was the Sharks, I would have to double team him. I would have to go with the 2-on-1 on Jordan Kairos if the Sharks are to have any chance of containing his impact on the game and getting the 2 points. A big game then tonight. And we're glad you can join us live on Front Row Screens on our Facebook page and on the Perth Premier League Facebook page. We're live for you right now from Perth here in Western Australia, the best state in the country. And both sides are just about to finish their warm-ups now for what is going to be a very good game. I must say, this will be something for the fans out there to discuss. I'd have to say the Flyers Blue jerseys are among some of the best in WA ice hockey. You can have your own opinions on that one. The Sharks, they will get themselves set now and get into positions along with the Flyers Blue for this all-important game in round 12 of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. We are at the halfway mark of this competition. And the second half of the Perth Premier League should be an absolute beauty and a vital one indeed for both these sides in their own rights, of course. Flyers Blue led by Bruce Ross and Dylan McLean leading the Sharks. Let us know where you're watching from, anywhere around the world, whether it be West Australia, all across the country, or worldwide. Shout out to the Langell family, by the way, of course, in Canada. I was speaking to Ryan and Riley's dad earlier on in the night. Very good fan of ice hockey, very passionate about the game. And he really enjoys the broadcast, so gratefully appreciated to you, Mr. Langell. And it's great that you're enjoying all the action. The CD Dodd Perth Premier League so far. Sharks are getting themselves into position now. Who is going to start? Dylan Dewar is going to be net tending tonight for the Sharks. And starting things off, we've got Jake Ruck, We've also got Ratcliffe Smith, Santana, and also Yannick Lodge to start things off. So they're going with a more speed lineup, so to speak, than a big physical lineup. The Flyers Blue are going the complete opposite. It's going to be a combination of speed and flair up against physicality in this game. Physicality and quick scoring. We've got Kairos, Jolly, Cox, Hazelhurst, and of course McCann. Watch out as well for Josh Healy. He can be very damaging from the centre face-off. So we're about to get things underway for the second game in round 12. Sharks up against the reigning champions, the Flyers Blue. And it's go time. We are underway. Sharks have first use of it. Now they go along the sideboards now and quickly cut off by Rob Hazelhurst. Now Jolly will open the puck up along the wings. They play it direct. Out there to Kairos, who's himself in a very good patch in the middle stages of the season. Sharks have the turnover now. Got some few targets in there. The shot comes in from Ruck. It's easily saved there by McCann. And now we'll go to behind the goal line. Jolly along the wings. Turned over Lodge. The cross-ice pass cut off by Hazelhurst. He's opening it up now to Kairos, who just had it out of his reach there. Forced back. Will it be an icing call? Refs say no. And now Jolly. Cross-ice pass being chopped off by the Sharks. They can look to go on the defensive takeaway, but they do have a few more players out the back. Into the path of Oscar Zoo, who lets that pass to the goal line. And he'll take this one away. Musarella. Now it's turned over. Lamb almost immediately. They're making a quick line change here, the Flyers Blue. Turned over. Could prove costly. Out there in the low slot, the shot comes in from Ratcliffe Smith, and Ratcliffe Smith strikes first for the Sharks. Well, a little bit of hesitancy by the Flyers Blue when pushing from that defensive zone. You can see on the replay, Ben Brote turning that one over. Ratcliffe Smith had the opportunity to go for Zoo, but he went for the shot himself, and it paid off almost immediately. Connor Ratcliffe Smith striking first for the Sharks and gives them an early 1-0 lead on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Face-off again being won by the Sharks, and Zoo helps him get out of that centre ice passage. Some screams of encouragement by both sides from the benches. Jeffries from defensive ice now. He's going to play it along the wings. Mistimed there by Ben Brote. Brote and Jackson from behind the goal line. Teammates coming in for support. Well done by Dwyer to keep that out wide. Mukidja and Drew Robson there, who's doing double duty tonight. Played for the Blackhawks in that win over the Vikings a little earlier. Now Brote from centre ice with the recycle. They're handing it back. He's finding Jeffries. He's under pressure, forced to go back. He's got Wilson and Healy on the centre point. He pushes forward towards the right-hand post. Doesn't get any further on that one. Good chop off there in defence. Healy for the Flyers Blue. Wilson goes direct. Just losing control there, Kairos. McLean can open it up for the Sharks. Straight away he's congested. Lodge goes for the wrist shot. That one goes over the crossbar and he will get it back. Lodge trying to go from behind the net there. Very ambitious. Hazelhurst. Lovely pass out into the open space where Healy can meet it. Going cross-ice to Cox, but he's got Kairos as a target as well. Cox mans it from behind the goal line. They're playing it from the net here, and it's an open ice pass back onto centre ice. And McCann deciding to pull back and allow Jolly to rebound defensively. Jolly and Kairos now. The pressure coming in nicely from the Sharks. They're pushing forward. It's a 2-on-2 situation, and now they open things up. Good play by the Blues, only to be cut off by Ratcliffe Smith and Chapman. So Chapman in the Shark side tonight. Not for the Flyers Blue, originally in that lineup. Ratcliffe Smith, who scored that opening goal, chopped off by Cox, and now he goes cross-ice to Kairos. Wouldn't he love a goal? Oh, he was offside. Oh, just caught there, just a little too far in front there. Kairos, a bit unlucky there, but that's the rules. Good decision by the refs. And the face-off will occur by the neutral line. It's on the offensive zone for the Blackhawks. If you're just joining us for the first time, Connor Ratcliffe Smith scoring the goal in the first couple of minutes to give the Sharks a 1-0 lead over the reigning champions as Mukidja Looks to go cross ice to Jeffries. He's got some space on the corner point where Hazelhurst can go for it. And a very casual pass indeed. Waiting out in front. A couple of Sharks plays. One of them is Ruck. He shoots. And just deflected off McCann's gloves there. Flyers Blue under early pressure now. You don't see the reigning champions in this position often. Jeffries couldn't go through the last defender. Ruck tries to go for the open ice pass, but it's cut off and recovered eventually by Robson. They're playing it well here, the Sharks, at the moment. Open ice pass, and it'll be an icing call. And a bit of a late whistle there. They knew it was an icing call to begin with anyway. Joining us for the first time, 1-0 on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Julie Major, big shout out to you. Goes, hi fans, watching from Karratha and throwing her support for the Flyers Blue. Well done, Julie. Fantastic support from you. Watching every week. Face off being won by the Blues. Broke. Hoist pass with a backhand. Robson on the outer wing. And now the Sharks creating some flair off that turnover. Ruck almost losing control. Radcliffe Smith again. Under pressure from Jeffries. Jeffries pushes that out back to Mukija, but it bypassed a couple of Flyers Blue players. Open ice pass. McCann steadies the puck, allowing Jeffries to play it behind the goal line. Jeffries out wide. Mukija. Mukija's pass deflected off Lelick. And Mukija rebounds it back, and so he can have an opportunity to restart. Jeffries. Jeffries along the wings now. Healy, good use of the stick. Look at Healy, he's pushing on his own. He hasn't got a lot of targets. The 4-on-1 in favour of the Sharks. Going to the back of the net to try and sucker the Sharks into the low slot while creating space high up the zone. Tip-in looked to have come in from Healy, but great defending there by Oscar Zoo. Hoisted back onto centre ice, and pushing back is Hazelhurst. Inside the first 6.5 minutes of this matchup, 1-0 in favour of the Sharks on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Zoo penetrating the slot, almost with the mid-air tip-in goes Lelick. Kairos turning that one over. He's got speed, keeps it in front. Great control by Kairos. Will he go from the left-hand side? The cross ice to Cox doesn't execute well. From the back, Cox eventually gets it. But it's on a 2-on-1. Chapman and Lelick combining well for that turnover. And now it goes out to Zoo. Zoo, he opens it up. McCann off the pads. Good save. Zoo 1-on-1 with Hazelhurst. Well kept there by Hazelhurst. Good composure. The pass from Cox goes out to Healy. A bit physical there was Atkins and Williams. Now Lodge. Yannick Lodge, who plays for the Flyers Orange as well. He can do double duty on one round, but the Flyers Orange are having the bye this week. And so he's only suiting up for the Sharks tonight. Great speed. He's got a nice breakaway going. He shoots from the corner. Doesn't get it. Backhanded tip-in comes in. It's from the back of the net. McLean out to Williams. Gets it back to McLean from the corner. And off the glass, it rebounds to the path of Mukija. Open ice pass towards the attacking zone for the Flyers Blue. Will it be an icing call? No. Not to meet it there was Chapman. No, it was Jackson, I should say. Jackson out to McLean in the distinctive red helmet. Open ice pass created. Some space on the defensive zone, but it's going to be poached in by Jolly. Jolly plays it out wide to Mukija. Under a bit of pressure here, the Flyers Blue, but they release it now out to Bro. He's got Wilson in the low slot. Bro decides to go for it himself. Great pressure by the Sharks. Jackson and McLean. Ross, and it goes over the bench onto a couple of Sharks players. And it's going to be a face-off just by the neutral line there, and no time in the penalty box required in the first 9 minutes thus far of this game. A bit back and forth between the two sides, although the Sharks hold that advantage on the scoreboard, leading 1-0. Jeffries wins out. But turns it over to Chapman, who plays it along the end boards now. But the Flyers Blue have a few more targets up front to emerge out of the scramble with the puck. Ben Broad on the outer side. He's on his own. They go to him with the backhand, looking for the tip in from Wilson. Wilson, does he push forward? He's got Mukija and Jeffries out wide. And that's where he goes. Jeffries Hoisted high. Back onto centre ice. Forward press by the Sharks, working wonders at the moment, forcing Bro to push back. His pass aimed for Jeffries, but Jeffries not on it in time. There's a Sharks player in front of me that is emerging from the rink. He's just holding his right shoulder by the looks of it, his shoulder or collarbone. It's Matthew Valancourt. And he is not looking well indeed. He's just holding part of his collarbone by the looks of things. Matthew Valancourt is just going back to the locker rooms, and it doesn't look good for him, I'd have to say. We'll keep you updated on that as the shot comes in low in the slot. McCann in a scramble for it with Wilson for the Flyers blue, and Lamb getting involved as well. Lodge plays it to the side. Long shot comes in. McCann almost losing that one. And Kairos with the open ice pass, but instantly cut off by Chapman. And Chapman allows Santana to create some space on the offensive zone. Kairos barging his way in to try and force the turnover, but it's still forward in the Sharks attacking zone. They've kept it locked in there for the last couple of minutes. Cross ice out to Lodge. McCann going down low. Fine save on the crease. Pushed forward to Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst now. He goes cross ice and finds Lamb. Lamb, beautiful control by Cox. Cox goes to the edge of the slot. Does he go for the shot? He goes cross ice to Healy. Healy just couldn't get complete control. He releases Cox and Kairos, giving him some support. Cox now. Jolly from centre point. That one just ricochet off a couple of players. Recovered by Kairos. The shot saved well by Duarte. Hasn't been in that area a lot so far in this match. Jolly. Jolly and Kairos. Great speed by Kairos. This is the Kairos we know. Goes for the backhand and Kairos gets the response. He's continuing his good form, is Jordan Kairos, and he gets a much-needed reply for the reigning champions. As we see on the replay, look at that setup. Kept control of the puck in front of him. Goes through one, goes through two. Lovely backhand shot towards the net. And Jordan Kairos, another good goal, and the response the champions needed. And they draw level with 8.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. That goal will be very important indeed for the Blues after spending a lot of time inside their defensive zone under a lot of pressure from the Sharks, who are playing with a lot more discipline at this stage in the season. Certainly that will hurt the Sharks, but it's not demoralising them at the moment because they've got another good entry coming through Lilik. But it looks as though there was a bit of obstruction going on there behind it. And the play will stop. A face-off by the neutral line here. And that Kairos goal, a vital one to respond to the Sharks' early jump. And we've got 7.5 minutes remaining on the CD Dodd scoreboard. What's been a very exciting and tight opening period thus far here at the Perth Ice Arena. This is the second game of round 12. Goal exposed, Santana, he shoots, couldn't get all of it. Turned over, Ratcliffe Smith looking for a double. Out there to Williams. Nice save with the stick by McCann, he's doing well. Wilson and McLean, Wilson keeps it in front. Great play by Wilson, he's on the breakaway now. He's got a teammate there in Brote for support. Will he go cross ice? Oh, a bit unlucky there because the Sharks had two defenders hounding him. Brote goes for the tip in. Just to the left-hand post there. And the Sharks can recover it again through Robson. Robson, what can he do? Turns it over to McKidger, who makes the shot. And Dylan Dewar, good save to his left. As we take you now, CD Dodd replay coming up now. And there you see it. A fine setup out wide to the outer wing. And we're back live now. Still on the Flyers' blue attacking zone. Brote and Santana in a scramble, recovered by Brote. He goes to the low slot for the tip in. And a good save again, Dylan Dewar. No power play so far at the moment. No real incidents to speak of. It's been a good standard game. Both sides looking disciplined. Another face-off coming. Dynamic between the sides is very good indeed. They're both evenly matched on paper. Wilson. He's got Jeffries for the cross-ice pass. He's playing it out wide. He went for the corner shot. Very ambitious indeed. Tipping comes in from Mukija. It's close in. And it's from behind the net now. Chapman with the backhand. Santana. Lovely pass, penetrating space from centre ice. Lodge. A good cut off there by Lamb. The cross ice pass, not the most effective option in that passage. Santana from the sideboards. Lamb from the wings. Kairos again. Great speed. Goes cross ice to Cox. He shoots. And he didn't get all of it in time. But it was well set up. The execution just wasn't there. Jolly, the long shot from the left-hand corner point, again is clutched in by Dwyer. Inside the goal crease and stops another entry for the Flyers blue. Just under 5 minutes to go in this opening period. His second game of round 12. Hazelhurst under a bit of pressure there from his Sharks opponent. But Hazelhurst keeps possession, controlling the puck well. Jolly and Cox. Turned over Ratcliffe Smith, a good defensive takeaway that. Open ice pass out towards the goal line. No icing call. Ratcliffe Smith trying to retrieve his own puck. Hazelhurst plays it along the wings now. That's good play. Kairos and Cox have got space on the attacking zone. Kairos, will he go to shot himself? But it's a very good save indeed by Dylan Dwyer. As you can see here, thanks to CD Dodd on the replay, Healy was able to set up Kairos, and he had the opportunity to go cross ice to Cox if he executed the pass well enough, allowing Cox to go for the tip in deep in the slot, but he elected not to. Kairos, another high shot, and again another good save to his left by Dwyer. Had more chances, and they've had more shots on target in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Have the Flyers blue since that goal from Kairos. Gets it again, perhaps third time lucky. Not so. Kairos for a fourth shot doesn't get it. Healy plays it along the end boards. He's got Cox. Jolly with the left hand. He shoots from the corner over the crossbar. Now Lodge and Jackson. Jackson back check there by Healy. Oh, a little bit of pushing and shoving going on. Healy loses the stick in the process. Jackson bobbles it out. Jolly. Long shot comes in, but down low inside the crease. Dylan Dwyer, another good save. 3 minutes to go in this opening period. 1-0 is the scoreline here at the PIA. Second game of round 12. Another big double header here at the PIA. Always a great atmosphere here on a Friday night. Lamb, long slap shot from corner point. Doesn't get it. And the Blues again locking it in inside that offensive zone. They're increasing the pressure and controlling the tempo again. However, it's a turnover. They don't want to concede this one. Ruck shoots. And an easy save. Stephen McCann just on the edge of the crease, and we'll have a face-off. And the clock will continue to run down. The Sharks would love a goal here. That was a very good fast break from defence into attack after having it locked in their defensive zone for the last few minutes. But they have to win this face-off, which they do. Bypasses 4 players that return. Ratcliffe Smith again from the corner. Loses control of the skates. Ruck, push back. Chapman, long wrist shot. Had plenty of power. McCann kept his eye on the prize and a very good save. That was fine set up too by the Sharks. As we see on the replay, Ratcliffe Smith there getting amongst the physical pressure, setting him up for the pass out back to Chapman, who had space on the centre point. But Stephen McCann, a very good save indeed. Cross ice, the tipping coming in. Ratcliffe Smith doesn't get it to go. There's 3 Flyers blue in that particular vicinity. Looking for that turnover. Wilson executed it well. He went out wide to Mukija, but they're forced back. Lamb out to Broke. The pass direct to Mukija. Doesn't get it off in time, but he's got a teammate in support as the Flyers blue have another entry in that offensive zone. That man there being Jolly. Cross ice. Oh, turned over. Here comes Ruck. He's got speed along the offensive zone. He shoots, and the Sharks take back the lead. Well, just like that last goal, a turnover out of the offensive zone, proving the Blues' undoing. As we see on the replay, the Wilson cross-ice pass, probably not the best pass to go for when setting that one up, and Jake Ruck was right there for the pickings and takes back the lead for the Sharks with less than a minute to go. The Sharks playing with plenty of conviction tonight. having scored 2 goals compared to the Blues 1, playing with a little bit more discipline. They've turned a vital few passes over. And another face-off being won by the Blues, however. They need a goal to equalise. They've got Kairos back on the ice, also Cox. And again turned over, and again the Sharks have open space. Lelick from the corner, his cross-ice pass cut off by Hazelhurst. McCann stones that one in. Just in the nick of time too, considering the pressure that they're under, as we go to the CD Dodd replay. And that'll likely be the last play of this opening period, a passage where the Sharks have been in control thus far. We'll take you back live now. The face-off I don't think will occur on time. It does, but only momentarily. But a great first period by both sides. The advantage, however, does go to the Sharks. They lead 2-1 with a late goal being scored by Jake Ruck off a defensive turnover. The Flyers Blue are a little under pressure against the young Sharks, who have got a lot of statements to make in this game. Back with more with the second period after this.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.
The Sharks hold the advantage after 1 here at the Perth Ice Arena in this round 12 CD Dodd PPL clash against the Flyers Blue, the reigning champions, with a little bit of work to do after conceding 2 of the first 3 goals in this match. Goals for the Sharks, first of all, Connor Ratcliffe-Smith scoring the first, and Jake Ruck, a late one with less than a minute to go, and then Jordan Kairos getting the response midway through the second period of the first period for the Flyers Blue. But despite having plenty of the puck in their offensive zone, they weren't able to convert further. And a few sloppy moments by the Blues leading to that defensive turnover by Wilson allowed Jake Ruck to go on the fast breakaway and score quite easily, leaving the Sharks with a good advantage heading into the second period. They'll have to do a lot more against the reigning champions here, because never count out the Flyers Blue at any stage in the game. You never know what might happen with them. They can come from behind in any scenario because they are a really good side, but the Sharks are playing like a good side at the moment. They've been very impressive so far. As we're about to get the second period underway, it'll be Cox and Yannick Lodge to start things off in the next 20 minutes. CD Dodd scoreboard shows 2-1 in favour of the Sharks as we get the second stanza underway. Flyers Blue out the first possession. Healy goes out there to Kairos. He's looking for a second. Mid-air tipping out there to Healy, but stoned in by Dwyer. That first entry coming at a good time for the Flyers Blue. Dylan Dwyer keeping his eye on the prize and making a very good save indeed. And let us know where you're watching from, anywhere around Australia or in the world, for that matter. Had a great shout-out coming from Karatha a little earlier, which is always great to see, and gratefully appreciating the support of our coverage and of the league, of course. Turnover, Kairos, long shot, almost tipped in by Cox. And now the Sharks are back under pressure. Hazelhurst cutting in the slot. Open ice pass, it's going to be immediately met by Benbro. Hazelhurst now pushed back behind the goal line. Pressure coming in from Jake Ruck. He finds a pass out wide to Kairos. Look at the breakaway that he's on. He's got great speed. He can create something here. He does. Goes from the back of the slot. He shoots. Saved well there by Dewar. Stopped right in the crease. Ratcliffe Smith controls. Combining with Lodge. Goes for the cross-ice pass out to Ruck. Just a little bit too much. Forced behind the corner. Jackson. Slap shot comes in through traffic. Ratcliffe Smith rebounding. Jolly lays it along the end boards now to release the pressure. Flyers blue. Slowing it down now. They need a goal to equalise once again. The pressure is well and truly on them earlier. And onto open ice, the Flyers blue now have another chance through Broke. But again, they're just letting go of the puck a little too early because they do have space inside that offensive zone. Back and forth it is now on that particular area, but Lodge, good defensive takeaway and releases on the breakaway. He's got Zoo in support. He goes for it, but it just bobbled out and into the hands of McCann. We'll take you now on the CD Dodd replay. It was well set up too. Lodge reading the path of the puck well. Breaking through one, having to go for the shot, but saw in the replay it bobbled out of a Flyers blue, ricochet of a Flyers blue player. And was able to reach McCann there. The shot comes in, Ratcliffe Smith. Just over the crossbar. Good control by Ratcliffe Smith. He's playing well so far. Goes from the corner. Zoo rebounding. The slot is heavily covered by the Blues. Santana, the skipper, shoots. And that one to the left-hand side. Zoo, another good rebound. Zoo and Lelik in a scramble with a couple of Blues players. Getting involved now is Mukija and Jeffries. And Jeffries gets out of that one. Brote, beautiful play out there to Mukija. Mukija just out of his reach to go for the shot. And good defending too by Chapman. Defenders are looking much more polished, the Sharks, tonight. Lelik back onto centre ice. Lamb pushes it to the outer wing, finding Jeffries. 1-on-1 now, the pressure really on. Santana, nice work out the back, but chopped off by Hazelhurst. And now the Sharks are pressing forward, forcing Hazelhurst back. It's an open ice pass towards the goal line. Icing call. Pressure from the Sharks really intense, forcing Hazelhurst just to pass it out to space. So far, so good for the Sharks. With that 2-1 lead in the first 4 minutes of this second period. Face-off being won by the Blues, and another open ice pass. This time, it's met with a couple of players. Broke, wrist shot off the left-hand post and into the arms of Dewar. So Dodd replay coming at you now. As you see here, the setup out to centre ice, but Broke very smart to create some space on the edge of the slot. The shot just wasn't there. Cox, lovely push out back to Kairos. Goes with a long wrist shot just by the left-hand post. Cox, backhander, almost with the opportunity there. Kairos rebounding, another shot off the post. Healy scrambling for it with a couple of Sharks. It comes loose from the zone. And pinned to the boards by Cox, where a couple of Sharks defenders. Kairos keeps it in control, but loses it again. Healy gives him that valuable support. Healy, does he go from the corner? And will he give Cox an opportunity deep in the slot? It's well covered by the Sharks. There are about 2 or 3 in that area as Lodge goes with the open ice pass out towards the defensive zone for the Blues. McLean, losing his skates there and allowing the Flyers blue to make a turnover and play out wide. Jolly's up forward. Kidge up. Goes for it on his own. Almost turned over by Lodge. Kairos providing support now. The pressure really on. Mukija. Nice thrust towards the wing. Kairos combines with Wilson and Jolly. Turned over. These turnovers really need to be addressed. Those were the source of those 2 goals that were scored by the Sharks. Hence their advantage in this game. Ruck. From deep, Jolly. Nice cross-ice pass, releasing Healy. Goes to Kairos. He's looking for a double. He shoots. And again, by the left-hand post. It goes cross-eyes with a backhander. The intended target was Healy, but Ratcliffe Smith rebounds it for the Sharks, and now they're on again. Long shot from the corner point. Jolly under pressure from Ruck. Relieving the pressure by playing to the end boards now. Lovely hoist pass out towards the offensive zone. Brote, no icing call. Brote with the backhander, out to Wilson. He went cross ice. Lodge cut that one off, and it found its way to Chapman. Out to centre ice. A big pack of players converging on that long loose puck. Brote. Jeffries. Good control by Jeffries. He's going to go from the corner here. He fakes the shot from the corner. He's looking for the sneaky one in there. Nice little body check there by Santana. Stopping that one right in his tracks. That's a good captain stop. The referee rolling the arms there. And that is an infraction, as you see on the CD Dodd replay. Jeffries setting that one up brilliantly, but went to go for the sneaky out the back of the net. But Jaden Santana stopping that one in his tracks, but that was head high. And that'll mean some time in the penalty box for the Sharks captain, and the first of the Shutterguard power plays for this match. And this will be a crucial one for the Flyers Blue as well, because they can ease the pressure by levelling the scores, but they have to execute on their entries inside that forward zone. They can't keep relying on Kairos and Cox. They've got a good depth of attacking weapons. And once McLean and Ratcliffe Smith get back on, we'll have this face-off occurring, which is won by the Blues. Wilson. A bit of Broke. Wilson gets it back. He's got Kairos low. Instead goes to Cox, but it's covered off by Robson. Very well done by Robson. Didn't get all of that pass in on the defensive wings. Wilson. A little advantage. Hazelhurst now. What can he do? Hazelhurst, he goes back to Wilson. 2-on-1. He can go through a couple of players. Wilson out to the corner, finding Kairos. Back to Hazelhurst. Kairos gets it back, opening up the space. The cross-ice pass comes in towards Broke. The shot to the right-hand post. It's an open ice pass inflicted by McLean. Pulling out of the net there, McCann. Very smart indeed to stop that one from being an icing call and keep the Blues moving. Kairos goes out wide now. And now they're just moving it along slowly and patiently. Hazelhurst looking for an opportunity. Takes the slap shot. Wilson! No, that's Broad, I should say. Broad with a long slap shot. And that goes out towards Dewar. In fact, it was Jolly, I should say. Setup coming in from Hazelhurst. Jolly, well executed slap shot, but just to the right-hand side, allowing Dewar to make the save. Just nearing the halfway mark of this second period here at the Perth Ice Arena. Crucial match in round 12. And the scoreline says 2-1 to the Sharks on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Hazelhurst gets it out wide, well played. The tip in, looking for Cox. Kairos swooped in to go for the shot with empty space behind the crease. And that one doesn't go to the back. Hazelhurst looking to fire, fakes the slap shot. Cox gets it back to Hazelhurst. He goes bang, nobody home. Kairos almost with the tip in. Ricocheted off Lelick. He goes for the open ice hit. Out towards Hazelhurst now. Hazelhurst opens it up. Possibly not the smartest option, as Lelick was right there for the pickings. McCann pulls off the crease momentarily, allows Hazelhurst to come through. Hazelhurst patiently going through that attacking zone. Jeffries couldn't go through the pack. Hazelhurst, he doesn't push back because Lodge was right there for the turnover. Hazelhurst gets it back, however. It's back and forth on the offensive zone for the Blues. And Yannick Lodge right for the pickings. Lodge goes through one, goes through two, just to the right-hand side. Now Wilson. Wilson, another defensive turnover in bad territory there. Luckily, Santana didn't go any further. The penalty in the meantime has been killed off. Santana allowed to go back. The power play finished. And it was a well-executed defensive method by the Sharks to kill off the Shutterguard power play in this time. Sharks back to full strength for 5-on-5. Blues again. Getting an entry back on the centre ice. Hoist pass out towards the goal line for the Blues. Chapman and Broke. Chapman, a good 180 and wins the puck out. Along the sideboards, Makidra and Wilson setting that one up to allow Broke on the offensive takeaway. Push back on to centre ice. Broke, lovely backhander out to Kairos. What can Kairos do? He goes cross ice into the path there of Cox. And that one off the pads of Dewar. The Sharks again get a reprieve. Lamb out to Wilson. Got 8.5 minutes remaining in this second period. It's still a 2-1 lead to the Sharks. Off the pads there of Ruck. Santana gets it back. He's got open space. He shoots. McCann stopping that one in his tracks with a good save. Big let off for the Blues as well. As we see on the replay, the push off there from Robson allowed Santana to go into open space, leaving Healy a bit of a stranded soldier, so to speak, and almost doubling the Sharks' advantage. Winning the face-off is Radcliffe Smith, finding Jackson. Jackson looking for that second rebound. He pushes forward to Radcliffe Smith. Played along the end boards. Hazelhurst and Lelick under a bit of pressure. Hazelhurst, great play. Up against Radcliffe Smith. Radcliffe Smith keeps it in front. He's got support there in Zoo. Great play by the Sharks in recovering that one. Kairos immediately swoops in. Hoist pass, cut off there by Robson. Now Cox, backhander. Out to Kairos and well set up too. Makidra and Wilson to Broke. Hazelhurst again. What can he do? They need to push forward. That pass will certainly help. Kairos. What can he do? He goes from the corner, doesn't get it. Kairos and Robson. Kairos getting jammed there with a couple of sticks from Ratcliffe Smith and Robson. But that 2-on-1 helps the turnover, and that's inflicted on by Lelick. Open ice call will be made. And icing call has been made, and we'll go all the way back to the Blues attacking zone where they have another chance to equalise. In the attacking zone for the Blues, where they have a chance to level the scores for the second time. But that execution is going to be a key for the Blues, but it's turned over again. Robson keeps it in front. He just continued pushing forward. But to no avail. It's turned over again by the Blues. Broke. He's got Jeffries in support, but he's ricocheted there off Jackson. And boards battle comes. Lelick. Shot comes in there from Jolly. Jeffries opens it up to Jolly. And a ricochet there off Broke. McLean barges his way past, but loses the puck to Hazelhurst. Lovely movement across the high points there. Makidra looking for the tip in on the centre of the slot. Doesn't get it. But well set up by McLean. Finding Lelick on the breakaway. Does he go cross ice to McLean? He does. But just off the skates. Unlucky for McLean, because he had mountains of space to go for the shot and force a third goal for the Sharks. McLean just at the wrong moment at the wrong time, just losing control, but he gets it back now on the opposite end. Along the end boards, and rebounding that one on the centre zone is Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst out to Lodge. Oh, completely bypasses Cox. Bypasses Jolly from the corner and off the pads of McCann. And now the Blues have the rebound opportunity. But it's chopped off there by McLean, who goes for the open ice pass, finding Hazelhurst for the Blues. And again, the Sharks doing everything they can to lock it in inside that offensive zone. Jackson shoots, doesn't get it. Very close indeed. Santana goes through one, forced to go for the pass. Turned over. The Blues are out in the open. Kairos goes cross ice. Out there to Healy. He shoots. Dewar again. Fine save. Healy on to Kairos from the corner. The scramble for it inside the slot. It's one out by Chapman. With less than 4 minutes to go in this second period. Chapman under a bit of pressure there from Cox. Oh, Cox brilliantly stood up there, gave a bit of a heaps to Santana, but it's still won by the Sharks. Backhanded by Lodge. And it's well saved in the end by McCann, and a bit of bickering back and forth. Lamb, Ruck and Lodge getting involved. It won't count as a goal because it didn't go over the line. The referee's just talking with a couple of the players there as a result. It was just a little bit of how you do and a bit of thanks for coming. There will be a face-off on the outer circle of the attacking zone. Vital passage coming up as we have 3 minutes to go. Sharks doing everything they can. Zoo pinning Wilson to the end boards now, but the Blues have a crucial possession. Well played by Jeffries. Nice use of the one hand. But that 2-on-1 proving his undoing. No, it doesn't. Only momentarily looked to have broken open in that scramble inside the offensive zone, only momentarily. He does a second time, bypasses Ratcliffe-Smith. Wilson looking to set up Jeffries again from behind the goal line, but he's got Mukija in support. And now Jeffries gets it back. Releases Mukija again from behind the goal line. Not a lot of open space to play with because the Sharks are closing in on them. Broad. A little bit of holding on to. Pushed back. It's in the path of Lamb. Can he get it in time? No. It's turned over. Cross ice to Zoo, just out of his reach. He eventually regains possession. Ratcliffe-Smith on the outer of the slot. He shoots. Doesn't get it. On the edge. Out of the scramble come the Blues. Along the end boards they go. Good control. Here's Cox on the slot and levels the scores. Well, that was the setup that they were after, and they got it off the defensive turnover, playing it out of the wings, and Andrew Cox caps off a fine piece of work as we see on the CD Dodd replay. Wilson setting that one up out wide to Cox on the breakaway, and a nice shot to the left-hand side of the net, and that levels the scores again. And just like the Sharks late in the first period, the Flyers Blue have got a crucial goal late in the second. And it is 2-2 with a minute and a half to go. We're going to be in for a grandstand finish, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on to your hats and get the hot sauce out. It is going to be a real barn burner of a finish if scores remain the same. Kairos goes through one, goes through two, keeps the puck in front, goes through three. Backhander now. Hazelhurst back to Kairos, but was blocked off by McLean, allowing Lodge to break away. He's got McLean in support. That's where he goes. McLean from the corner. And a good save too. McCann, once again, he's really rocking at the moment in that defensive zone. Made some great saves in the second period. In fact, that one went through the net by mistake. McCann's really been right up there though, making some very good saves indeed. Flyers Blue and the Sharks faced with a real big task in the third period. Long open ice pass towards the attacking zone for the Blues. No icing call. Kairos comes up to meet it. Last 10 seconds, one more chance for the Blues. Healy behind the goal line now. It's played along the end boards. Lodge. The time will run out. And ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a grandstand finish, so hold on to your hats. 2-2 between the Sharks and the Flyers Blue. Who's going to take this one out? Well, you'll find out in the next 15 minutes here at the Perth Ice Arena, live on Front Row Screens, Facebook and YouTube pages. So don't go anywhere. A barnstorming finale coming up short.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena, where we have a grandstand finish on our hands in round 12 of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. It is 2 goals apiece between the two sides. These next 15 minutes will be very vital for both teams. If they won, the Flyers Blue to go 2 wins clear atop the ladder, and the Sharks will keep their hopes of a finals berth alive. Goals to Ratcliffe Smith and Ruck for the Sharks. They were held to nothing in the second period despite plenty of chances. The Blues scoring the only goal of that second period. That was Andrew Cox off a very good setup from defence into attack. The Flyers Blue getting themselves into position, as are the Sharks, for the final stanza of round 12. It's been a very entertaining round indeed here at the Perth Ice Arena. 2-0 to the Blackhawks over the Vikings. Who's going to take the biscuits in this one? It's going to be Jeffries. And for the Sharks, it'll be Ruck in this vital first face-off in this final period. Remember, 15 minutes and stoppage time. Who's going to score that first goal? Will really have to come out swinging here. Puck will drop for the start of the last stanza of this exciting game, and it's go time. That first entry crucial. Ruck provides it. He goes for the long shot in. The tip in from the slot. Oh, almost by Ratcliffe Smith. It was just out of reach of the net there. Very lucky for the Flyers Blue indeed. Jolly. Open ice pass to the path of Hazelhurst. Lucky not to be caught offside. Chapman. Nice steady pass. Santana can't lose control because turnovers like that might happen. Brote finds an opening inside the slot, looking for the tip in for Jeffries. Doesn't get that one to go. Jolly. Jeffries gets it back. Who's he going to go to? He's pressured by Santana to go behind the goal line. Now he's got Chapman to deal with. Plays it out wide. Hazelhurst. He goes back to Jeffries. Tipping comes in. Hazelhurst looking for the opportunity. Brote. Oh, goes bang, but didn't have enough bang to go with the shot. And turned over by the Sharks. Ruck again. Where's the support going to come from? It goes out to Ratcliffe Smith, but immediately cut off by Jolly. Cox in a 2-on-1. It's on the outer wing. Cox. Oh, feigned the slap shot indeed. Kairos looking for the tip in. It's in the slot, but out of the scramble, the Sharks turn it over. Defensive rebound comes in. Out to Ruck. Oh, forced to go from the corner. Good pressure there by Jolly. Now out wide to Cox. Open ice pass. And guess who? Kairos from the corner. Good save by Dewar. Ruck from the sideboards. And now the Flyers Blue will look to play it out wide again, which they do. Kairos is in the slot. What can he do? Plays it to the end boards, looking for some more open space on the outer side. And out on the outer side, Cox and Kairos. Kairos and Lelik. And Jeffries, what can he do? Scramble for it on the inner wing. Jeffries, well played, but turned over. Lamb with a hard slap shot. Doesn't get that one to go. Healy winning the turnover on that one. Open ice pass out towards the right-hand corner point, finding Wilson. And almost tipped in the middle by Kairos. He had the slot all to himself, but a good save. Dewar stopping that one in his tracks. CD Dodd replay coming at you here. It was a good setup too, leaving the Sharks completely covered in that low slot area. And the Sharks have another chance to break free from that defensive zone. But the Flyers Blue are not giving in easily. Lodge breaks free, goes through the legs of his opponent. Well played McCann to push forward. Shot comes in there by Jackson, but it's turned over. Healy plays it wide, goes looking for Cox, but he has Kairos as a secondary target. Plays it to the outer side. Kairos looks to go into the slot. There's Cox out of the scramble, but emerging with it is Williams. He's had a quiet night. Lodge, he's got space. Centers it to McLean. He shoots. Great save, McCann. Williams gets it back. He now pushes it again wide to Lodge. It's on the corner. Oh, it's off the back of the net. Very lucky indeed. Hazelhurst. Oh, using the long hand, McLean. He shoots. Almost tipped in by Lodge. He's got another chance now. He plays it out in front to Hazelhurst. Oh, both tripped up inadvertently there. And the referee saying, get on with the game. Ben Brote standing like a statue there. Could have gotten on with it because the puck was right in front of him. However, Hazelhurst gets the support needed. Forced to go back. Brote. From the outer side, what can he do? He gets it back. Oh, just loses control at the wrong time. And now the Sharks can get going. Only momentarily, Jolly stops it in his tracks. And it's along the boards here. Look at that. It's out in the open for McLean. In the low slot, McLean scores. That is a fine setup from the Sharks again. The pass out wide, working for McLean on the fast break. And Sean McLean takes back the lead for the Sharks. 3-2 the scoreline. We're approaching the halfway mark of this last period here. Look at that lovely hoist pass from defence into attack. McLean out in the open, and bang goes another one for the Sharks. And they take back the lead. Is there a second upset in 3 weeks on the cards? There is still 11 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. The game's not over yet, but that first goal, very crucial indeed. What a cracking game this is shaped up to be here at the Perth Ice Arena. Not over yet. The noise certainly loud. And what is a very cold Friday night here in Perth with the action heating up. Cox gets that one from Healy. Looking for the second chance. Tip in, doesn't get it. Robson plays it to the defensive wing. And now they go cross ice out to Jackson. Ruck again. Good speed he's got. Wilson keeping with him. Cross ice to Ratcliffe Smith. Cut off. Finding Kairos. Kairos has been unusually quiet. He's only got a goal thus far in this game. Defenders have really kept him in check in this game tonight. Jackson releases Robson. Robson directly on centre ice. Ruck was in the right place at the right time. Goes for the shot just by the right-hand corner post. Good break in the end on the defensive line. Ratcliffe Smith pushes back to Ruck. Ratcliffe Smith, he gets it back to the centre point. Jackson, he's forced back. Where is he going? He goes to the sideboards. That's where Lamb has a fresh area there, a rarity. Goes back out to Wilson. Blues doing everything they can. Kairos' pass cut off by Lodge. Again, he's got the speed. Will he go from the corner? He does. He gets pinned after it by Kairos. Turnover, rebound. Coming into Jeffries. Good breakaway from defence into attack. Push back out to Hazelhurst. Big chance going. The Sharks doing everything they can to push them back. The Flyers blue. They need another goal to level things up. Hazelhurst. They've come back 3 times in this game of the Flyers blue, from trailing by a goal to leveling it up. They have not taken the lead at any stage in the game. Mukija combining there. Santana getting that one back out. It's a scramble for it on the mid-slot. Healy emerges with it, but is cut off immediately by Chapman. Mukija barges in, doesn't get the shot off in time. Rebound comes in for the Blues, but it's not effective. 2 Sharks combining for the turnover. One of them was Lelick. It's back on centre ice now. Jeffries keeps it in control. He goes out wide. And that's where the Flyers blue can build. Hazelhurst gets back to Healy. Hazelhurst with a rear tip in. Doesn't get it. Kairos pushed back. He's got some space. Kairos shoots. Out the tip in goes Healy, but it is stopped in his tracks. Dylan Dewar getting a nice bit of encouragement there for that save. As we see on the replay, the patience really was in full display by the Sharks and the Flyers blue, as we see on the replay. They had to keep going from behind the goal line, the Blues, in order to generate space on the offensive zone. But even that, in that particular passage, amounted to nothing. Flyers blue by no means out of it. We got just over 8 minutes to go. The Sharks leading, looking for their second win of the season. Lodge from the corner. That's where he's attempted most shots. And he hasn't scored from one of them. Wilson pressurising Lodge into turning that one over. Cox. Lovely pass along the wings out to Healy. Cross ice again, that's where Kairos can do damage. From centre ice, goes through one, goes for the shot. And did he get it in? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Dylan Dwyer, it looks as though it bobbled out of his glove from the naked eye. But as we see on the CD Dodd replay, the cross ice setup was very good. Kairos was right there on his own. Went through one, and no, we didn't go in. But a good save nonetheless, Dylan Dwyer. But it's a face-off on the offensive zone for the Blues. Kairos again with a slap shot, and again Dwyer stops him. Turning out to be a magnificent game here at the Perth Ice Arena to conclude round 12. Again, it'll be Cox in the face-off with Lodge by the looks of things. This time Lodge wins out. It's thrusted forward. Wilson from centre point. It's cut off because look where McLean happened to be, right in the open. But where's the targets coming from? He's all on his own. Goes out there. Williams with the backhand. Doesn't get it. The puck rebounded. Turned over. Williams gets it back on the centre of the slot. Went out to McLean, but it was just out of his reach, allowing Lamb to make the turnover. Kairos, he's on the breakaway. He's got space in the slot. Kairos does it again. A vital display from Kairos. He had the space right where he wanted it, inside the offensive zone. And when the breakthrough pass came from the defensive zone into attack, Kairos was right there in great space, went for the shot and levels the scores again. They've come back 3 times in this match, and it is now 3-3 with just over 7 minutes of play remaining. What a game we have got here. If the Flyers Blues score again, they will lead for the first time. They have not led at all in this game. Who's going to get that first entry out of this passage? It's going to be the Blues. Brote going down low. He's got it! Ben Brote, just like that. Off the face-off, gets it in his pocket. And Ben Brote takes the lead for the Flyers Blue. What a remarkable passage. That face-off was crucial in the fortunes of this game. Face-off came in, thrusted through to Ben Brote, and he was right there in space on the corner of the slot and scores his first and takes the lead for the Flyers Blue for the first time in the game. 4-3 is the scoreline and what's been a great game here at the Perth Ice Arena. They've come from 3-2 down. Have the Flyers Blue to lead 4-3. The Sharks, could they get another? Ratcliffe Smith, was he tripped up? Referees say no. Hazelhurst pushes forward. Ben Brote, look at the speed he's got. Got long reach, he keeps it in front. Up against Santana. Centering pass, cut off by the Sharks. And they can break away towards that offensive zone through Ratcliffe Smith. He's got Ruck deep in the slot. He goes to the corner. Oh, very ambitious indeed, but a fine save by McCann. It will be a face-off on the inner circle. In the CD Dodd replay, we can show you how that was set up. Ratcliffe Smith had Jake Ruck there deep in the slot. He had space aplenty to go for the cross-ice pass. I don't know why he didn't. These high-pressure situations can really create some tense moments in this game. Cox. In a scramble with it with Wilson and Zoo. But now the puck's broken free. Healy. Oh, almost loses control there. Pass was intended for Kairos. It's rebounded off the sideboards. Lamb plays it to the outer wing. Zoo. Lovely pass. Good control. And it was cut off immediately. Healy. Healy wide in that area. He goes behind the goal line. Lamb goes bang, but nobody home. Sharks having to play it steady now because they've lost it again. Lamb. And now Wilson. Oh, it's turned over. Oh, too casual play indeed. Oscar Zoo goes cross ice, and did it go in? It went in! Yes, it did! Williams levels the scores again, but however, or did it? Or did it? No, it didn't. As we see on the replay, a little bit of controversy here. The turnover came in. Zoo went cross ice. It was Lelick, it was. And even with that slow motion, because it happened so quickly, it's tough to determine, did it fully go in? Referee's just conferring, so we got a bit of a delay in the game here. It was a fine setup too. It looked like it was a goal at first. But seeing the replay, it's difficult to determine, did it fully go in? If it did go in and it counts, the score's level. If it didn't, we'll have a face-off and the scores stay at 4-3. And it's a goal! It counts. Ben Lelick levels the scores once again. Well, it was a tough decision for the referees to make, but the decision was made. But as we see on the CD Dodd replay, the turnover came in, Lodge pushed forward. That's where Zoo came into space, went cross ice to Lelick, and that was a fine goal. Ben Lelick gets his first of the night, and it is now 4-4. Can you believe it? What a marvellous game we've had here tonight. Here at the Perth Ice Arena. Everyone here has certainly got their money's worth on this Friday night here at the Perth Ice Arena. 4-4 with 5.5 minutes to go. Will it be the Sharks that'll cause an upset, or will the Blues get their 6th win of the season, or possible, will the side share a point? Anything can happen. Hazelhurst bursts through. Lays it wide. Kairos shoots. Wow, crucial save on the pads. And stops the Flyers blue entry right on its tracks, but the pressure is still on. With over 5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard, any goal could possibly win it. It is a very crucial game indeed in the context of this competition. Face-off again being won by the Blues, but they lose it immediately and regain it again through Kairos. Push back, Hazelhurst. Kairos in the attacking wing. He goes cross-ice. The intended target was Healy. Now the Sharks try and open it up on the defensive zone. And they lose it. Jolly on the defensive side of centre ice. He pushes wide to Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst, he's got Kairos in there, but just lost a bit of direction there on where the puck had gone and turned over. Lelick and Robson. Williams. Williams losing control and gets pinned to the boards himself. Kairos breaks away. Great save by Dewar down low. Santana. Santana looks for options on the wings. Flyers blue are pushing forward ruthlessly to try and inflict those turnovers, but the Sharks have still got it. Only momentarily. Jolly cut off by Ruck. He's having to go back. He's got Santana in support, but he's pinned to the boards. Santana does get it. From behind the goal line, he's got to use the space on the outer side. That's a great pass by Santana. Cross ice. Into the path there of Ratcliffe Smith. He shoots, but just by the right-hand post. Lovely pass to the path of his captain. Down low goes McCann. Again, a fine save off the pads. Anyone's chance at the moment. The cross-ice pass comes in. Ruck deep in the slot. And just couldn't get that one to go. Ratcliffe Smith gets that one back. Goes forward, but turned over. Mukija. He's on the breakaway. He goes out wide to Jeffries. Jeffries cross-ice. Almost turned over, but it makes its way to land. Wilson. Cross ice, almost turned over. Mukija finds some room. And just over the crossbar. Jeffries out in front. Lamb, slap shot, didn't have enough power. That's where he went the last time they conceded a goal in that area. But luckily, the Sharks' breakaway was only momentary. Broad, good use of the stick with the head, and Broad gets it in! Broad got it in at the last second and scores. That's a double for him, and it is 5-4 with 3 minutes still remaining. We see on the CD Dodd replay, it was a fine solo effort from Ben Broad, the man who returned after missing 3 games at the beginning of the season, gets that one to go, and ably assisted there by Jeffries, but it was Broad's goal counted on the board. 5-4 to the Flyers blue with just 3 minutes to go in the game. Been a sensational match here at the Perth Ice Arena. 9 goals between the two sides. Turned over. Zoo got some space. He shoots off McCann's gloves. Lelick one-on-one with Jolly. It's still anybody's game. And the possibility of a tie is still there as well. The Flyers Blue hold that advantage. They did not lead at all until the early stages of this third period. Hazelhurst from behind the goal line. Off the sideboards, cut off there. Chapman. And it goes onto the bench of the Flyers Blue as a mistimed hit. And almost hit him right in the crown jewels. And luckily, the bloke is okay. Because that was a pretty hard hit, but it was mistimed. Nonetheless, it's a face-off on the neutral line by the Sharks attacking zone, and they press forward immediately, but Hazelhurst smartly keeps it in his possession. Goes cross ice, finding Cox. Healy again. He's got space aplenty. Does he go cross ice? No, he goes towards goal. Doesn't get it. Back on the defensive zone inside the last 2 minutes of what's been a remarkable game. Cross ice back to Kairos. Almost got himself another hat-trick. Goes out wide, Cox, deep in the slot. 3 covered by the Sharks. And now Lodge. Lovely pass controlled by Ruck. He's got McLean in support. Ruck was cleaned up there by Cox. Kairos. Goes through 1. Goes through 2. He's on a hat-trick. He's forced to be back by Cox, but he goes forward. Kairos pressured into that turnover. Retains possession. Great play. And it looks like there was obstruction there, called by the referees. And a couple of the Sharks coaches just voicing their opinions here, but it looks as though someone got hurt in that passage. Yes. That was Ruck there who got right in the thick of it. And will it be a penalty box infraction? Is just in conversation at the moment. A timeout, meanwhile, has been called with 1 minute and 4 remaining. It's still anybody's game. The Sharks can rescue a point, or the Flyers Blue can hold on and take both the 2 points to go 2 wins clear atop the ladder if they can get the points in this game. So we've got a bit of a timeout here. Let's listen in to what the Sharks have got to say. They're just in conversation with the referees now. And it looks like it is going to be some time in the penalty box for one of the Sharks players, that being Ruck. That's not what you want late in this game when there's the possibility of rescuing a point. Richie Lamb there just in conversation. And that player, yes, is Jake Ruck, who's going to spend the rest of the game in the penalty box. And so for the finish of this game, it'll be 5-on-4 in favour of the Blues. A vital passage coming up for the end of this match. If the Sharks can score this short-handed goal, it'll be a point that'll feel like 2. But if the Flyers Blue can hang on, definitely it'll be one of their most hard-fought victories of the season so far. And it looks as though one of the players is being sent off as well. That's Cox. As a result of that incident. So Cox will be out for the rest of the game. So the Sharks will have a bit of a reprieve as a result of that. As you can see there, Cox being sent to the locker room. He's out. And it looks like Lamb is going to be in the penalty box as well. So to picture this situation, we've got Ruck in the penalty box for the Sharks, got Lamb in the penalty box possibly for the Blues, and Andrew Cox has been sent off. Now this has taken on a real turn in this game. The scoreline being 5-4. Andrew Cox is sent off. And Richie Lamb is in the box for the next 2 minutes. As you see the replay of that incident. And it was from behind the play by the looks of things. Yes, from the right-hand corner there, a little bit of an elbow being flung into the face of Ruck. I don't want to be harsh on any player, but that was very, very silly. And I think anyone could agree on that. There's no need for that this late in the game. So at this time, it is 4-on-4. Flyers blue win this one. Crucial passage. Healy going cross ice out towards Jeffries, looking for the tip in. But now it's on in this 4-on-4 situation. Ruck. Does he go cross ice? Yes, he does. Out there to Santana, the captain. Tip in by McLean, just by the left-hand side. It's still on inside the last 50 seconds of this game. Lodge goes out there. McLean looking to build some space. McLean ricochet there off Hazelhurst. The Flyers blue doing everything they can to hang on. They've exposed the net. The Sharks have pulled out Dylan Dewar. It's an icing call. Or is it? The Sharks not happy. This game is getting really spicy at the moment. And what's been a fantastic game, the Sharks questioning a few of the calls, and I'll have to go along with some of them. Goodness gracious me, it has taken on a new dimension here. The fans getting in the thick of things. They're calling a timeout here again with less than 30 seconds to go. Well, I have to say, what a climactic finish here at the Perth Ice Arena. It was going to be a nice grandstand finish, and then all of a sudden, 2 players in the box for the rest of the game, and Andrew Cox sent off. Good God almighty, have you seen any finish like this in the Perth Premier League season 2021? Yeah. Goodness gracious me. Another timeout being called. Let's listen into what the Blues have to say. Last of the timeouts is finished, and we've got 31 seconds on the clock. So they just had to count back 2 seconds as a result. So that last icing call will send the puck back to the Sharks' attacking zone. Five on 4. The goal's been exposed. The long shot comes in from Hazelhurst. My goodness gracious me. That was very, very close. I wouldn't have pulled the goalie out nonetheless. Because when the games are this close, it's often a very risky and at times costly mistake. But the Sharks, through Lodge, he shoots, doesn't get that one to go. The Blues desperate to hold on. Jeffries, does he go long? Look at that. There's open space towards Ben Broad. He's looking to go to an exposed net. Doesn't go, my goodness gracious me. But it will not matter. The finish of the game will happen. And the Flyers Blue hold on. One of the most hard-fought wins of the season. My goodness gracious me, what an incredible game here at the Perth Ice Arena to finish off round 12 of the 2021 season, despite having 2 short men out of the rink. The Flyers Blue hold on valiantly, but the Sharks, they were gutsy and determined indeed, right up until the end of the game. But it is the Flyers Blue, the reigning champions, that have their 6th win of the season and are 2 wins clear atop of the ladder. What an incredible game. And all the fans and all the viewers at home certainly got their Friday night entertainment's worth here. The goals being scored, Kairos with a double, Broke with a double, and Andrew Cox with a single goal. And 4 different scorers, McLean, Ruck, Radcliffe Smith, and Ben Lelek, who scored that last one. But as we show you the CD Dodd highlights, an exciting game, a thrilling one, and a very heated finish in the last minute or two, with a player being sent off and a couple of players in the penalty box too, leaving it a very interesting final minute to see if the Sharks were able to rescue a point or if the Blues were able to hang on. In this case, the Blues held on and got a very good victory indeed. It was a sensational game, definitely one of the best of the season. And it definitely shows where the reigning champions are as a side at the moment and where the Sharks are as a side. And that'll just about do it here at the Perth Ice Arena. An incredible night of ice hockey here in Perth. Round 12 is in the books. We look forward to round 13 in Coburn next Friday night as usual. 7:30 is when our broadcast begins. The Blackhawks victorious earlier against the Vikings 2-0, and the Flyers Blue in a thriller of a game, winning 5-4. On behalf of Ryan, Matt, Bailey and all of the Front Row Screens team, this is Paul Persick wishing you a very good evening from the Perth Ice Arena on what's been an amazing round of WA Ice Hockey, the Perth Premier League, all thanks to CD Dodd. Bye for now.